Sportsman's Adventures is presented by Yamaha.
So Brian, you know, we've talked about going fishing a long time, a lot of days out on the water swapping stories and spots. And here we are, beautiful Everglades City.
Well, the month of May is a great month. Lots of big snook around, lots of black drum around. There's even some baby tarpon around. The weather's typically good, where we have nice east wind and nice, beautiful green water to fish.
Seems like it's a little smoky.
Yeah,
foggy.
They've been doing these controlled burns out in the Everglades, and if the wind is blowing just right, it blows it into the city. And Everglades City's had it for a couple weeks now.
Well, speaking of Everglades City, they're famous for their stone crabs.
They say this is the stone crab capital of the world, and I believe it. I mean, if you drive outside the park boundary line,
right?
And let's say you're looking for triple tails, or you know you're running to go fish a wreck, there are just hundreds and hundreds of crab traps, just crab buoys everywhere. So yeah, I mean, I like to eat stone crabs just like anybody else does.
Well, I'm looking forward to Everglades City. Chuckalusky's world famous for catching monster snooks on the west coast. The 10,000 Islands, the home of the 10,000 Islands. It's
Absolutely.
the northwest corner of Everglades National Park. And I'm just so excited to be able to spend the day and possibly seeing how you do things differently than I do. It's really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about Chuckalusky, it's 4 miles south of Everglades City, which is nothing.
Right?
And Everglades City is basically what they consider the last frontier. It's an area that's protected by our federal government. It's Everglades National Park. As far as the 10,000 Islands, which is another name for it, it's 70 or 80 miles from Miami. It's 80 or 90 miles from Fort Lauderdale, and it's 40 miles from Naples.
Yeah.
So it's very accessible for the day.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, tow your boat over, fish for the day, and drive home. It's very doable.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Let's go.
Go, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
Only a mama could love that mouth.
Bringing home the snappers. Hey, look at that.
That's him. Come on, Ricky.
Oh, Brian, you're trying to get me in there.
Uh-oh. Oh, so easy.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, easy. I think you're okay. They fight, don't they?
They do.
I don't know. You've never caught a big snook on light tackle. You need to try this.
It's as good as it gets.
It is. Don't step back, okay?
Okay.
Take that out.
Oh, you said they'd be here.
What is it?
You said they'd be here.
I was hoping they'd be here.
Look at this fish. Woo. Nice. I love catching big snooks. Oh.
They're cool in this water. The water's so pretty.
Yeah, he's got the current working his side too.
Might be able to just reach down and grab this. Try that.
This 40-pound Suffix Invisalign.
Guess what? I got him.
You got him
Look where he's hooked.
on the outside of the face. How did I do that?
I don't know. Look.
He was inquiring about my thread fin. And I get so excited I forget to breathe. You know what?
I know.
Big fish make you do that.
Let me change my hands here. There we go.
Man, awesome. That's a nice fish.
Look how clean that fish is.
It's perfect. You know what I love is that in this clear water, his fins get real yellow. You know, when you get them on the white sand, sometimes you don't get that. And the black stripe goes all the way into the tail. So cool.
And look, he's got little yellow marks on his cheek and
his gill
fins and his gills and everything. Very colored. God did a good job when he made this one.
Yeah, man. All right, put him back.
All right. Thanks for the fun, buddy.
I only want to do that for the rest of my life.
Snook fish, right?
Well, anything that big and jumps, that's me. I really like that. So
that's why
cool.
everybody's addicted to snook fishing and tarpon fishing, just for that reason.
We're leaving out, because we're so conservation oriented, that fish really tastes good too.
And that would be one that you could bring home. He's probably right in the upper part of the slot.
Yeah. That, you know how I like them fried snook with, you know, cut the fillet in the little fingers.
Uh-huh.
And I do it in Italian breadcrumbs with black beans and rice, chopped onions on the black beans and rice. Or possibly put a little bit of sauteed onions on top of the little snook fingers.
Uh-huh.
So good. Nice.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Rapala. Another great day. Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. Okuma. Inspired Fishing. VMC. Your expert in hooks. And StarTron. Cures and prevents fuel problems.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
As close as you're gonna get to a sure thing for catching billfish is Guatemala.
They're here, man. This has been a 20-year run, buddy. These things haven't left. There's no cycle. When it comes to sailfishing, this is the real deal.
The amount of sailfish here is ridiculous.
Building Conservation Trust, or BCT, is Coastal Conservation Association's national habitat program. BCT is striving to be the largest program of its kind in the United States by restoring degraded habitats, creating new habitats, advancing the science of coastal habitat and marine fisheries conservation, fostering habitat stewardship, and educating coastal communities of the value of conservation. Visit www.buildingconservation.org to learn more on how you can make a difference.
Thanks for watching Sportsman's Adventures. You can catch all the happenings, contests, and appearances by visiting us on sportsmansadventures.com. There you can find us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, but best of all, you never have to miss a show because you can find full episodes of Sportsman's Adventures along with tips and techniques, bonus clips, and even some bloopers. Also, if there's a product that we use during the show that you would like more information on, you can find links to our sponsors at the bottom of the home page.
Oh, Lord, dude.
Brian.
I'm trying, bro.
Brian.
I'm trying. He's out here.
Brian. Hey, come on, catch him, Brian.
I'm trying.
Come on, man.
I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying.
Don't let anything about him get away. I'm gonna get the net.
I'm catching up to him.
I'll get out of your way.
I'm catching up to him. Oh, my my bait is hanging up. Oh.
Don't worry about that. Just reel it through the tip.
Oh, he's coming up. Oh. Fish has got some weight, dog. He's coming. Here he comes. Right
Brian.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he
Stay
comes.
connected to him there, buddy.
Here he comes.
Oh. Doing fine. Perfect. Perfect.
Fouled up.
All right. He's hooked in outside the face.
Look at that, huh?
Look at that snook, he's not even hooked in the mouth. You gotta like that about BMC hooks, man. They just grab a fish as it goes by and let it go dancing.
They even look at it, they get snagged, huh?
Man. Brian, look at this big snooks. Look, he's hooked in the cheek.
Look at that.
Oh my, golly.
Hold him tight.
Oh,
He's a flopper.
man.
There we go.
Brian, that's what for years you've been saying, come on, we gotta go do
man.
this. And we just did
That
this.
seems to be the hardest fish to catch, isn't it?
When you want to. And when you don't want to, you described it this morning, you know. I'll come out here tomorrow with some guy from Wisconsin. Yeah.
He doesn't even know what that is, and we'll catch 2 or 3 like that, and it just seems like
they really fight, don't they?
he fought good. I'll tell you
That's
that.
unbelievable. Thank you. This is such a beautiful fish. Now, do you think these fish, look how, obviously the water's gin clear, but do you think this fish has just moved in here? Is
I think
clean
so.
And is silver as he is?
I think so. I think this is the transition month in May where the fish they're moving around. They're coming in from offshore. They're moving out of the backcountry. They're staging on the outside points, beaches, river mouths, and they get ready to spawn. So what they do is they start feeding. They gorge themselves for a couple weeks, and then they spawn on the May moon.
Wow.
He's feisty, buddy.
Feisty, ain't the word. Come on,
Feisty.
Bubba, stop it. I want to put you back.
He is mean.
He is mean. That is so nice. That is so beautiful. Good job, Brian. This is unbelievable. What a beautiful representation of a big Chokoloskee snook. That's exactly, when you hear about the stories about Chokoloskee, you hear about big snooks in the late spring and early summer spawning, coming in on these beautiful sand bottoms.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, Contender Boats, always in the game. Building Conservation Trust and the Coastal Conservation Association, partners in conservation. Casa Vieja Lodge, experience 5-star angling in beautiful Guatemala. Williamson Lures, for the pelagic playground. And Suffix, always use the best line.
Remember the glory days of gasoline? It's just not made the same anymore. Kick your gas into gear with StarTron. Pump up the performance in all of your engines. Cure the problems of ethanol with the power of enzymes. And maximize your mileage every time you drive. Kickstart your engines with StarTron.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide-and-seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
For the bass that thinks it's a bulldog. For the walleye that thinks it's a freight train. For the tuna that thinks it's a torpedo. For the tarpon that thinks it's a tarpon. You need the mono that thinks it's a braid. Suffix Advance. New advanced mono with HMPE braid molecules for strength, abrasion resistance, and low stretch. Suffix Advance. The mono that thinks it's a braid.
Chokoloskee Island Park and Marina is the perfect little slice of paradise when you want to stay in town for more than a day trip. The park has all kinds of amenities. You can pitch a tent, park your RV at one of the 35 sites, or make yourself at home in one of their 11 newly renovated efficiencies. The 1 or 2 bedroom rentals have full kitchens, bathrooms, and cable TV. The marina has a ramp and dock space to rent. You can also get ice, drinks, bait, and tackle on the spot. They have a friendly staff that are knowledgeable about local waters, so whatever your needs, I'm sure that they can point you in the right direction.
Good. Got him, dog.
I had a bite and let him get away, Brian.
Well, don't do that. Quit being so nice to him.
It's all right.
You gotta stop being so nice to him, Mr. Murphy.
I know.
He's got me going this way, buddy. Oh. He's coming.
So, Brian, I mean, we're way offshore here, bud. This is typically not a snook
Habitat.
what you would think.
Right. Well, I do a lot of research with the Snook and Tarpon Trust, and they do a tagging program out in the Gulf.
Bonefish Tarpon Trust.
Bonefish Tarpon
Snook
Trust.
Tarpon Trust.
I threw a snook in there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyways, they have a snook tagging program.
Right.
And what they're doing is they're tagging these fish, and they're what they're finding is, the fish that live out here.
Bring him on this side over here.
The fish that live out here are fish that stay out here and travel up and down the coast, and they never see the mangroves. Never. So it's a whole different breed of fish out here.
Look at that fish, bub.
Let me grab him. I gotta hold him.
You go ahead, please.
Let me hold this one.
You know that. So you're telling me that this fish is a Gulf-oriented fish.
Living fish.
Living fish. He doesn't go into the shoreline. That's why he's silver. And
according to their research and all the fish they've tagged, they have never recovered a fish inshore. All of the fish that they've recovered have been offshore in the same habitat and the same environment.
So you're living on wrecks, ledges, rock
piles, reefs, any type of structure out here in the Gulf.
So it's safe to say that in Chokoloskee, you got fish that are wreck-oriented, Gulf-oriented, we should say. Then we have some that are coastal, and then some that would be estuary. Agreed?
Back in the freshwater, correct.
Awesome.
So where else in the world can you go and do that?
Well, this is what made Chokoloskee so famous for when you were a baby and I was a kid. You know, that's what you heard about, going and trolling the yellow feather around the islands for snooks.
Or the number 3 reflecto spoon.
Go ahead and let him go.
Right?
Put him in the water, revive him, and let that beautiful creature go. Good for you, Brian. Good for you.
Hey, anybody can come to Chokoloskee and catch a 20 or 25-inch snook, but can you come to Chokoloskee and catch a 35-inch snook?
Well, if that was a 35-inch snook, this is 6 inches.
All right, he was 33, but he was nice.
That fish was awesome. And yeah, you know what? That was a nice fish. Let's do that like until we run out of bait. They're sitting right here.
Okay.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Ameritrail, Load, launch, relax. Maverick Boat Group, makers of premium boat brands Maverick, Hughes, Pathfinder, and Cobia. Soft Science, supreme comfort footwear. The American Fishing Tackle Company, any fish, any water, since 1958. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. And Garmin, join the club.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
Brian, we both got him. We both got him.
How about that?
That was
pretty cool.
I needed you to wake him up.
All right.
That was awesome. You know what? These fish, I don't know why. Look at that one. Oh my goodness.
Don't move. They
Oh.
could be friends.
They are friends.
Are they together?
No, yours went that way.
Oh, okay. They don't like each other?
No. He's like, I just saw that Wilbur has a problem with his lip. It's beginning to swell.
Lucky me.
Yeah. Hey, I'm impressed though, bud. You called it. You just said we're gonna pull into this cove. There's gonna be these golden pumpkins swimming along the shoreline inside of a bar.
Out of the wind.
Out of the wind. And you know, big black drums are really cool. Great. It's a great fish to teach sight fishing.
No question. We're in a bay boat. We're not in a technical boat where we have to get in 2 inches or 3 inches of water. We're floating in what, about 12,
Yep.
13 inches of water.
Yep.
We can still get in here. We can use the trolling motor, power pole down, sight fish the fish, hook the fish, catch it, and it's such a great fish because it's all visual. They fight.
And you're absolutely right. And this is the same outfit that you would use for sight fishing, for snook. You know, it's a little 440 series Helios Akuma reel. Same one I use for bone fishing in the Bahamas, just loaded up with mono, you know, with a medium to a medium heavy action Akuma rod, right. 7 foot long.
Right.
So, you know, it's what I'm saying is there's not a big adjustment to take. Once you learn how to do this, sight fishing black drum, sight fishing redfish, sight fishing bonefish, you can take your same outfit,
right,
and go anywhere with it.
Right.
Same outfit we'd use for permit.
Absolutely. And basically the same rig. It's a long piece of 20-pound fluorocarbon and a little small 2.0 hook.
Yep. Brian, I'm so glad. You know, when you first said this, I went, you know, because who doesn't like to catch big snooks? But then when you told me there were 20-pound black drums, I said, well, let's go try it. And guess what? I should have listened yesterday, or the day before, or the day before, or the day before.
Well, you know.
You've been telling me about
these
these
fishermen are hard-headed, so I don't.
You've been telling me about these black drums for a long time. The only thing I can say, I'm disappointed in how long it took for us to get together and do this.
All right, let
Kind
me set
sir,
this down.
will you do the honors of
I think I'm going to use this
Playing the drum.
CCA grip here. And,
Okay.
They are pumpkin colored, aren't they?
Yeah, and it really, I mean, looks like a ghost swimming along the oyster bars there. It's-
That's a rubber lip and a half right there,
Now
buddy.
listen to him, listen. Playing the drum, baby. Playing the drum.
Do you think that's why they call them a drum?
You think? That is so cool. Boom, 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 boom. And it sounds like a real drum.
A real drum.
Nice.
How about that?
Dude, that is so cool. He doesn't want to lay upright, does he?
He does
Here,
not.
turn him like this.
There we go. How about that?
Dude, he is like, okay, fellas,
That's a big rubber lip right there.
breathing air here. Can I get back into the water? Get my
got it?
pliers. I ain't got it out yet. He's gonna quit drumming on us. There we
I
go.
got it. All right.
Brian, that is so awesome. All right, let's put him back.
Okay.
Thanks, Mr. Drum. Get him by the tail.
He got it right that time, didn't he?
That was cool.
That was fun.
Keep up with the latest Sportsman's Adventures news and events by logging into our website at sportsmansadventures.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
We meet up with Captain Mike in Marathon, Florida to raise some monster mutton snappers.
That's a snapper right there, man. Golly.
They don't call him Mutton Mike for nothing.